We're going to talk about the Embodied Integral event in Boulder, April 3rd through 5th, 2025. And I'm going to turn it right over to Michael to present the program. Michael, what's going to happen at the program? What can we look for?
Hopefully a lot of wonderful things. Let me talk about process first. We met first as a group of facilitators at the beginning of August, and we just got organized. We started to collaborate right away. And some wonderful suggestions came from folks like Juanita Robertson and Allison Conte and Adam Leonard here and others that had us looking for some type of thread, golden thread, a unifying theme so that we could start building this particular program in a collaborative way. And I think we're making progress in that regard and will continue to. The theme of the journey, which is different than what we typically think of as the hero's journey, this is much more of a process by which we'll come together in community across 3 days in the beginning of April, and we will begin to prepare ourselves for a journey of an embodied experience. And together we'll move through that journey, packing our packs, adding the skills and the practices we need to support us across this 3-day journey. And then we'll engage in the experience. It'll be, of course, an integral experience, which has us being able to meet everything along the journey through mind, body, spirit, emotion, and find ourselves operating across quadrants, levels, and lines as we serve our community that we are part of. And I love that central idea that we are experiencing something and we are creating the experience simultaneously. But it's a full intention to integrate masculine and feminine, to be able to provide an environment that is self-supported, but also mutually supported, and where compassion and courage and strength can co-arise and co-support us as we move through the experience. So as facilitators, you're invited to propose some sessions and propose where you might want to put your session or sessions into the overall journey of 3 days. Is it in the preparatory phase? Is it in the beginning stages of the journey, the middle of the journey? Or is it further down as we begin to collect the experiences we've had and make sense of them and kind of prepare for any future activities in our lives as we begin to conclude the experience? So when we come together in our planning meeting, their next planning meeting is set for November 14th in the late afternoon for you Pacific folks, early evening for us others. By the way, it's really difficult to find a mutually agreeable time for all of us to meet. So we can start to think about doing these coordinating and collaborative co-creations of this event virtually as well, asynchronously, because it's going to be unlikely that we'll be able to meet together all the time. But that's the intent, is of bringing us together, offering up what do we want to bring as a facilitated experience. And I want to put a little emphasis on that our desire is to create a facilitated embodied experience. Sometimes the integral community can be criticized for being overly intellectual, overly much in our heads. And the intention for this embodied integral experience is to be in our bodies, to be in support of our bodies. And of course, in full integral experience, can't just simply be in the body, but there is a sense that that is what is going to be primary, first and foremost, from the facilitator's perspective, to be able to help the journeyers through the experience and ensure that they're creating truly an experience that others can immerse themselves in. So that's our intent. The next meeting will have us come together as facilitators to begin to shape this and make it fit within the context of the overall golden thread of the journey, but also be able to ensure that we as facilitators are creating an experience of high value for all of us.